think they know me from somewhere, and I'm like, no, you just saw me in a Sam Bernstein commercial. That's true. My line and their slogan was, the Sam Bernstein law firm, they treated me like family. Yeah, they never gave me my money. People always think that being an actor is super glamorous, right? I'll tell you guys how glamorous it is. Just last week, I got to run on a treadmill in clothes that were way too tight and have a heart attack. Yeah, that was my job. Then they brought in another actress who wore the same clothes, but they fit her, and she ran on the treadmill and didn't have a heart attack. And that was when I found out that I'm the before model. So crazy. I mean, I get it. I have the face for modeling, but I have the stomach for competitive eating. And I have no shame. They need people in those commercials. You know, the ones with urinary incontinence, and vaginal dryness, and erectile dysfunction. And I have all three. It's funny that I work in this career where I'm supposed to be attractive on the outside, right? Because up here I'm a hot mess, right? Like basically if I presented myself to all of you how I really feel inside, I'd be more of a crazy cat lady wearing a stained sweatsuit and chain-smoking Virginia Slims. Who's with me? Yeah. I think you're all with me right now, right? Yeah. So, my agent calls me ethnically ambiguous. Now, I'm a weird combination of things. People try to figure it out. I'm actually half Polish and half Syrian. Yeah, I'm a Polish Arab. A Porab. It's weird, right? They met in a bowling alley. I'm like a walking stereotype, but they're going in two separate directions. Like I can belly dance, but only to polka. When I take off my Spanx, that song Roll Out the Barrel plays. Dinners were really weird at my house. We ate stuff like hummus and sauerkraut together. That's a lot of gas. Yeah, some nights it was so much gas I thought it might blow up. Yeah, like some parents, you know, they like give participation trophies to their kids to inflate their egos. Mine just inflated my belly. Yeah. The Polak in me has a terrible sense of direction, but that's okay because Arab women aren't allowed to drive. The Polak in me rarely smiles, but I can cover that with a burqa. I bought my sister-in-law a burqa for her birthday. She's not Arabic, she's just ugly. And she's not nice. And she's not here. I'd like to thank my Polish grandmother for my body. I'm like a block of cheese with boobs. And while I'm at it, I should thank my Arabic grandmother for my mustache. My husband is Irish. I taught our boys how to shave. That's true. Yeah, I grew up a fat kid. Yeah, back then it was so hard. It was really hard being a fat kid. And I promise you guys, she is still in there, no matter what I look like. Like, I hear her crying at night for Little Debbie snack cakes. She's in there. It was hard being a fat kid because my mom was like super cute and skinny. One time we rode a teeter-totter and she went up and never came down. No, she just had to wait until I heard the ice cream truck coming. I was really starved for attention as a kid. I actually used to approach unmarked white vans just thinking they were ice cream trucks without the menus posted on the side. I'd say, hey mister, how much for a ball pop? I knew they were in there. I could hear them whispering in back. We don't want this one. I don't think I can lift her. Did anyone else have imaginary friends as a kid that were just food? Like Duncan Hines, Little Debbie, Mrs. Butterworth. Like, I legit played with empty Mrs. Butterworth containers as a child. And my grandma even crocheted outfits for them with matching babushkas. How Polish is that, right? Yeah. So I actually lost over 200 pounds. Yeah. Woo! Well, it was the same 20 pounds, like 10 times. That's Yeah, I'm actually thinner than I normally am today, you guys. I'm cheating, okay? I just started Wegovy a few months ago. You guys know what that is? Wegovy is an injection for weight loss, okay? And when I talked to my doctor about it, I was really nervous because I'm totally squeamish around needles, and you have to inject yourself once a week. But then she told me how you inject yourself. You pinch your fat, and you inject the fat. And I was like, give it to me! Die, 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 die! It's working. Thank you. Weight loss before Wegovy was really hard. Like, I tried so many diets. I did. I tried, my doctor said, oh, you need to eat like a saint, right? So I tried that, but I picked the wrong saint. Saint Nick. You saw it coming. She laughed. Yeah, he's sitting in front of the fireplace eating cookies and drinking milk. Did not do it, yeah. Then there's this other diet I tried. It was called the caveman diet. You're supposed to eat fruit and nuts, right? Seems simple, right? But you guys already know I'm a cheater, right? I'm stabbing myself to lose weight, right? So I had to find a loophole. Fruit and nuts, okay? Well, fruit by the foot and Fruit Loops are not fruit. No. And donuts are not a nut, no matter how many nuts they're covered in. I tried a diet where I ate naked in front of a mirror. Yeah, and that worked because there was a lot of vomiting. Especially when I did it at restaurants. I had a lot of luck with intermittent fasting. Better than the old diet I did, intermittent frosting. That's where I randomly put frosting on stuff that had no business being frosted. Like eggs, steak, already frosted cake. Yeah. So what else? Oh, I'm a runner. Yeah? Any runners in the crowd? One. The rest of you are just all out drinking tonight. Yeah. Good for you. So there is a long-distance race you drinkers might like. It's in Bordeaux, France, and I'm very excited to try it someday. Runners are served wine and fancy cheeses while they are running. Can you imagine? Yeah, I mean, for a race in which participants regularly poop themselves all the time, I think the cheese seems like a good idea, right? I'm going to run the Detroit Marathon and have my friends pass out Pinot Noir and crab cakes. I'm just a little worried I'm going to run off course and end up down river where I get Faygo and Coney dogs, right? Yeah, so I have ADHD. I don't know if you can tell. ADHD used to be called hyperkinetic reaction of childhood. Yeah, well, that was what it was called, after its first name. The first name for ADHD was that boy ain't right disease. Or in my case, it was that girl won't sit down and shut the heck up disease, right? I went to Catholic school, and when the nuns got sick of my nervous energy, they would team up and physically push me and my desk out into the hallway. Yeah, and I was a fat kid, remember, so it was a tough feat for the little penguins. Nowadays, kids with ADHD, they've got it so easy. They get medication to help them focus and be less socially awkward. They even get a special teacher to make other kids be friends with them. What? My son should have to sit alone in the cafeteria and become a stand-up comic like me. My other son is super smart. He wants to go to MIT for biomedical engineering. Yeah. Woo! I am just hoping that by the time he gets in, I can learn how to properly pronounce Massachusetts. My husband's super smart too. He's a doctor. Yeah. And I I'm super smart because I married a doctor, right?